14 Kuki individuals who had been held by Naga groups demanding the release of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants released unharmed. At least one person reportedly killed in fierce gunfight between armed groups along the IT road between Lasan Kuki village and Manipuri Gallantry village this afternoon. President of Rongmei Naga Lupwan Manipur State Chingdin Liu Panmei warns of agitation until whereabouts of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants are established. Kokomi Women Wing condemns alleged use of force by security personnel against Tangkol women and student protester at New Haven, Ukrul. The Assam members staged protests over alleged Boston paper scam. At least 3 Assam members injured in scuffle between police and agitators. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand flags off 13 mobile medical units for hill districts under PM Janman and Dharti Abha Janjatiya Utkars Abhiyan schemes. And 3 sons of Manipur brings laurels to the state after being conferred 2 Veer Chakras and a Surya Chakra for the exceptional bravery and distinguished service to the nation. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin. I am RONIBALA bringing you the top stories and latest news at this hour. 14 Kuki individuals who had been held by Naga groups demanding the release of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants were released unharmed this afternoon. According to sources, the detainees were freed at around 3:30 p.m. and formally handed over to Superintendent of Police Senapati by representatives of United Naga Council UNC, Naga People's Organization NPO, Senapati District Women's Association and Senapati District Students Association. Following the handover, the released individuals were escorted under the supervision of Senapati Police and joint team comprising Assam Rifles, CRPF and District Police. They were subsequently handed over to the chairman of Taphau Kuki village and later to village Chief Lankomang Chongloi in the presence of officials and community leaders from both sides. Representing the Naga side during the release process were Senapati District Women's Association President R.N. Hana and Senapati District Students Association President Saloni Tony, while Kuki in P. Sadar Hills President Tangmin Len Kipgen and Tapo Kuki Youth Club legal in charge Kaimin Lun Chongloi represented the Kuki side. The release comes amid continuing uncertainty over the fate of 6 Naga men who were allegedly abducted by Kuki militants on May 13 and whose whereabouts remain unknown. Naga groups had been demanding their release in exchange for the 14 Kuki individuals. Earlier, on June 1, an attempt by UNC to secure the release of the 14 Kuki individuals failed following opposition from sections of the Naga community.
Nagas are culture people. We uphold war ethics and also we respect international law of human rights. We are also considering the commitment of the Honorable Home Minister Amit Shahji through Honorable CM of Nagaland, Dr. Nipurio, giving the assurance that the government will put all out effort to trace out and establish the status of the mission hostages of our 6 Nagas. Further, the commitments and assurance given by the state's government of Manipur that they will put all effort and trace out the status of and establish the status of the mission hostages and produce within certain time-bound manner. With this, today the United Naga Council, in consultations with all the stakeholders, facilitated the safe release of the 14 Kuki detainees here and handed over to the district administrations, police and security forces before the public.
We have been detained 27 days under the Naga village guard, where we have been well treated. We have been provided good food, the best food available in the area, best clothing from panties, shirts, pants, blankets, and many more. My dear people, the Kuki people, I want to appeal you all that during our hostages in 27 days, we have learned a great things from the Naga brother. So I appeal you that you also copy these special things from them and do the good things in return to their kindness, and we were being really unconditional and on humanitarian grounds.
At least one person was reportedly killed in a fierce gunfight that broke out between armed groups along the IT road between Lasan Kuki village and the Tamai police station in Kangpopi district and Makui Jalerong village under Chalwa police station this afternoon around 1:30 p.m. Deceased has been identified as 50-year-old Haugin Lovum, son of Kupkam Lovum, a resident of Lasan Kuki village. Details surrounding the gunfight remain unclear. However, unverified reports suggest that the exchange of fire involved armed Kuki groups. There were also concerns that the casualty toll also rise, although no official confirmation has been received so far. Meanwhile, sections of the Kuki community have alleged that the cadres of NSCN IM and ZUFK were involved in the incident. The allegations have not been independently verified and no official statement has been issued by the groups concerned. Reports have also emerged alleging incidents of looting and damage to property, including vehicles at Lasan Kuki village. Authorities are yet to confirm the incident. President of Rongmei Naga, Lupwan Manipur State, Chingdin Liu Panmei warns of agitation until whereabouts of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants are established. Speaking while receiving the mortal remains of Chungjang Lung Panmei at Reims mortuary today, Chingdin Liu alleged that the killing reflects a continuing threat posed by armed Kuki groups to Naga communities. Reports said Chungjang Lung had gone to a nearby forest area between Charoi, Pangdomba village, also known as Pongringlong Part 1, and Loiboy Kuland, to collect firewood as well as to check water pipeline when armed men allegedly opened fire. Chingdin Liu said the issue of the 6 Naga abductees must be resolved before any reconciliation or peace process can be meaningfully pursued. Post-mortem of Chungjang Lung Panmei, allegedly killed by armed Kuki groups, was conducted at Reims morgue. His mortal remains were brought at the mortuary for post-mortem led yesterday. Meanwhile, Naga people have criticized both state and central government for allegedly failing to action against armed Kuki groups who have been attacking civilians. They warn of intense agitation over the village guard state and abduction of the 6 Naga men.
Prajamayamda haining basi wakan pigloisi wakan asida khoina hantaraga justice productive hoba akhoi lemmin agni haibse Maramaduna. And the question is to the government now, the government of Manipur as well as to the government of India. We want justice. Why we are silent? Why Manipur is silent? Why the government of India is silent? Kari maram gino asmaina asum repeated akhoi gi Naga community da thon base kari maram gino. It is a big question. Masi akhoi lem na khoi thamba yaroi lem na khoi lep yaroi wakhan managa dawni maduna si ai ram ten noina aina haining badi. Let us be strong together. Let us unite together. Let this bring a unity among the Nagas. Together until unless justice is served.
Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand condemns the killing of Chungjanglung Panmay of Rongmai Naga village, Ponringlong Part 1, Kampopi district. In a press note, CM Khemchand said that the state police and central paramilitary forces are carrying out operations to nab all perpetrators. He appealed to all communities to maintain peace and harmony. Kokomi Women Wing condemns alleged use of force by security personnel against Tangkhul women and student protesters at New Haven, Ukhrul. Speaking to media at Kokomi Lamphelt office today, Kokomi Women Wing convener W. Luang Lema alleged that security forces use excessive force against protesters opposing the setting up of an Assam Rifles scheme without the consent of local residents. She termed the incident an assault on the women of Manipur and blamed both the state and central government for the situation. Luang Lema asserted that security camps should not be established without public consent and alleged disparity in the treatment of different armed groups by central forces. She further condemned the recent killing of a Naga villager and the assault of 2 others, calling for justice and accountability.
Mahairoi sing soiba adagi adum thakta nupi singda atamna na makhoi na tayar gas kapaga sajai na tana dana kanba khongpak na kauba madu mitmang da mayam na sudum unari bani masida ekoi nupi ama oina ekoi gi iramdam sigi kunai sibu kanna bagi damta tholai bani nupi singda piriba harassment se sigi matang sida chuki matik nuai tabna maram oiraga ekoi gi nagagi tangkhun nupi singda thoiba thokdok ta ekoi samak ta thokpani khalaga Hojik Ladiba, Manipur, Anova, Hojik CRPM, Narang Higre, Kanoda, Kulaibu Piragadi, Hetakapo, Haidana, Adu, Ladiba, Ching the cookie, the Capo do Libra, Natagana, Quigi, Tapata and Capa do Libra.
Speaking to media, Women Wing co-convener R.K. Tharaksana said public's opinion that Assam Rifles are in favor of Kuki community is based on their actions. She condemned setting up Assam Rifle camps at New Haven, Ukhrul without the consent of the locals. She maintained that brutality and high-handedness on peaceful women and student protesters could have been prevented through proper dialogue. Tharaksana went on to say that such incidents are taking place because Armed Forces Special Powers Act is still enacted in the state's hill areas.
Jantana Wakantana, what is an Rayaba Pochida? Hector Makoina Ngami Hibadona, Kogi Central Post, or Asana Panam, always Asana Policina, Makoisi, Kuki, Paberda, Labadona, Coin Uribas, Mokoi activities in a coin Uribaneba. I am Matamna, Ukiki against the Hekaribam, Hilak Pase, Makoyan in Deba, Hector Moisaweba, Aduna, Akoi Misama Masu, Shirakiba, Adusokoi highly condemned, Masagum Batabox, any Nagada Oibei, may take the Oibei, may take Pang and the Oibei, any new piece in that Smina, na or central post na or security post na or to state post na or to asigumba ko gi tamthiba ako gi miyoy bigilis na tabase masita biganu.
Natives People Committee Manipur has demanded a clear response from both the state and central government on whether they truly stand for indigenous communities of the state. The committee asserted that it would take necessary measures to safeguard Manipur and its people if governments fail to do so. Speaking to media persons at Manipur Press Club in Imphal today, convener of Native People's Committee Manipur Ashankasar strongly condemned the excessive use of force by Assam Rifles personnel on women agitators during a recent protest in Ukhrul district, demanding removal of Assam Rifles from the area. He stated that several women sustained injuries in the incident and informed that the committee would approach higher authorities seeking legal action against the personnel involved. Ashankasar also condemned the killing of Chungjanglung Panmay of Ponringlong village in None district, who was also a member of village authority. He further criticized the alleged inaction of state government over incidents of abduction and killing of civilians in the state.
Nasi sigumpa ngahak leiraga pandaba thabak thupa chathariba sida Manipur gi legakna karigi tumina leibano haibase karigi action lokapong amdaribano karigi micham singda akwa indigenous people native people micham singda protect people amdaribano mapangi mi singla laraga tatraga akwa gi unlawful militant singna chatharaga akwa gi mi sing phara haliba chathariba mong sida Manipur gi government na yengaga leibasi karino haibase mayang mamangda Native People Committee Manipur na masigi achaubo wahang se mayamda akhagi lengak asida hamjari aduna masi athuba matamda culprit singse lengak na pharaga book tawbigidabani.
Meanwhile, co-convener of the committee, Purai Lakpam Deban, expressed serious concern over the uncertainty faced by indigenous people in Manipur. He stated that people are living without security and slammed government for its failure to restore normalcy and law and order in the state. Deban lamented that justice is yet to be delivered in Chonglaubi killings and questioned whether the government was deliberately allowing the crisis to continue. He also raised concern over the lack of free movement for civilians along the highways, while two groups were allegedly moving freely. Further questioning the centre's policies, Deban alleged that government of India may be attempting to transform Manipur into a state dominated by illegal immigrants.
Indian security force have public public communal indigenous people illegal immigrants in the India government ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯁꯤꯕꯨ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯆꯥꯎꯅ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯌꯥ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯇ ꯍꯪꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤ ꯃꯁꯤꯃꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯤꯡꯅꯩ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯨꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤꯡ ꯑꯦꯕ꯭ꯔꯣꯒꯦꯠ ꯇꯧꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯨ ꯂꯧꯊꯣꯛꯑꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯇꯪꯈꯥꯏꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯁꯦꯀ꯭ꯌꯨꯔꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯊꯥꯖꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯑꯁꯥꯝ ꯔꯥꯏꯐꯜ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯁꯦ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝ ꯉꯥꯛꯅꯅꯕ ꯂꯩꯕ ꯑꯣꯏꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯇꯦꯔꯣꯔꯤꯁꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯁꯤꯖꯤꯟꯅꯔꯀꯥꯟꯗ ꯏꯟꯗꯤꯖꯤꯅꯁ ꯄꯤꯄꯜꯁꯤꯡꯁꯦ ꯃꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯁꯤꯟꯅꯅꯕ ꯊꯑꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯟꯅꯔꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯃꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯂꯥꯂꯣꯡꯁꯤꯡꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯆꯠꯊꯔꯕ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯁꯦ ꯑꯆꯧꯕ ꯋꯥꯍꯪ ꯑꯃꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯒꯚꯔꯟꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅ ꯄꯥꯎꯈꯨꯝ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯌꯨ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯐꯤꯕꯝꯁꯤꯗꯩꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯤꯌꯥꯝꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯇꯦꯛꯁꯟ ꯇꯧꯅꯅꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯁꯛꯇꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯒꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯤꯔꯣ.
People's United Youth Alliance Puyar General Secretary Longjam Abote raises criticism over recent remark made by State Home Minister to villagers of Jetchoro, Namli and Wongli to deploy IRB personnel in the villages after recruitment, terming the Home Minister's remark a far-fetched claim akin to hoping that a child would become IAS later in life and enter in administrative sector to do good for the public. Abote stressed that the recent attacks by Myanmar-based militant groups KNAB and PDF should not be downplayed as having no involvement of external aggression. Speaking to news person on the sidelines of a visit at violence-affected villages of Zet, Choro, Namli and Wongli today by members of Puya, Abote urged authorities concerned to recognize the recent attacks as a threat to national security. Abote demands serious effort from state authorities to station state forces in the area. He also appealed authorities to address the issues being faced by the villagers in different sectors, including infrastructure, healthcare, and electricity.
Home Minister na IRB battalion lawgadaba lei madu lawra kana thamge haiba wafam dudi akhoi poktriba angang na IS power kanda thabak tawhonge haiba sap mani hariba wafam sing adudi chatnaba yaroidaba oiba yaroidabanina khudak ki oina arrangement ama tawifam thokpani aduga mana Home Minister masamangna external aggressive yaude haibase masi external aggression yaude haibase masi tasengna aranbo wafamni minna khongna proof leiraba khunja singgi witness eyewitness leiraba wafam masibu nathaina na honaba khunja singda chieng khara alubek ama pisalaga hidak lang thakra pisalakanda issue sibu nathaina na tawbani haina puya ki maikaidagi lawi.
Speaking to Impact News, a resident of Jetchoro, Mushun Jimik, revealed that affected villagers had filed a police complaint in connection to the attack carried out by Myanmar-based KNAB and PDF, while several houses were burned to the ground. The aggrieved villager lamented that no action has been taken up in this regard and no compensation has been provided. He went on to voice out resentment over authorities' indifference in the plight and sufferings of the villagers, urging to give compensation to affected villagers without further delay for resettlement. Informing that the villagers are now living in fear that Myanmar-based militants may launch attack anytime, he demanded authorities to deploy adequate state forces in the area to provide safety and security to the villagers.
ꯄꯤꯈꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄꯤꯈꯠꯄꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯀꯔꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯄ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯔꯦꯁꯄꯣꯟꯁꯇꯨꯗꯤ ꯂꯥꯛꯇ꯭ꯔꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯌꯨꯝꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯊꯝꯔꯤꯕ ꯄꯣꯠ ꯆꯩꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯅ ꯆꯥꯛꯈ꯭ꯔꯕꯅꯤꯅ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯤ ꯑꯃ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯁꯨ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯃꯛ ꯗꯔꯀꯥꯔ ꯇꯥꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯇ ꯅꯤꯖꯕ ꯑꯃꯗꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯕꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯂꯥꯏꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯃꯤꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯝꯗꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯨꯃꯥꯏꯅ ꯕꯣꯔꯗꯔ ꯂꯥꯏꯟꯁꯤꯗ ꯂꯩꯕꯤꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯁꯤꯗ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯠꯅꯁꯨ ꯈꯔ ꯌꯦꯡꯁꯤꯟꯕꯤꯕ ꯃꯊꯧꯁꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯌꯦ ꯒꯣꯔꯃꯦꯟꯠꯇꯒꯤ ꯀꯝꯄꯦꯟꯁꯦꯁꯟꯁꯨ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯊꯥꯕꯁꯨ ꯊꯥꯒꯠꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯗꯨꯕꯨ ꯑꯗꯨꯁꯨ ꯑꯊꯨꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯕꯨ ꯄꯤꯕꯤꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯒ ꯂꯩꯅꯤꯡꯉꯥꯏ
Three members of Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, DESAM, including a lady, sustained injuries after a scuffle broke out between police personnel and agitators during a protest over alleged bosom paper scam today. DESAM members staged a protest demonstration from around 11:30 a.m. by sitting in front of the entrance gate of bosom office located at Babupara, Imphal. The agitators raised slogans demanding formation of a high-level inquiry committee to probe the alleged paper scam involving education as Commissioner BOSEM chairman and secretary. They also demanded blacklisting of several firms allegedly involved in supplying poor quality examination papers and action against those responsible. On receiving information about the protests, a large contingent of Imphal West District Police personnel arrived at the site and attempted to disperse demonstrators. However, protesters refused to leave the venue without meeting relevant officials. As tensions escalated, police reportedly used chili spray to disperse the agitators, during which one female protester fainted and was immediately rushed to hospital for treatment. A scuffle later broke out between police personnel and protesters, further intensifying the situation. The protest later extended towards Imphal Police Station, where another confrontation erupted after police personnel intercepted demonstrators allegedly attempting to kick the police station gate. One male DESAM protester sustained injuries during the clash. Protesters also alleged that male police personnel assaulted female agitators during the commotion. Later in the day, a DESAM team led by its president O. Romes met Superintendent of Police in Imphal West District. In speaking in connection with the protests, O. Romes warned that DESAM would continue its agitation until justice is delivered in the alleged paper scam case. He also urged government to take necessary steps to resolve the issue.
Board Putoiba Lyric Sibu number the season Riba, CSing a Sigi, for qualities as a Yaude, high qualities in a say Yawan view, Amadi, Masibu, Taraiba Palmdo, Matuki Matatuda, punishment view. Haidana Haiba farming at the blacklist of view, Aduga, Makois Dugi Matakta, Lokat Pantopa, Lingaxina, Lokat view, Hibasa, Masi Desam, Yam Jenan Oiba, Protest Ama, Yam Jenan Oiba Wafama, Lebang Miam the Putokran Kale, Masi Tikaga Marilin of Tabanate, the Sam Lauri said, Tikagi Nate, Base, Lebak Sigi, Kunai Sigi, Hosuzik Ladyba, I could give my wishing the Pangiba, like say, Masi quality lane of Pangan view Hibaduni.
All Manipur Recognized Private School Welfare Association appeals to the state government and concerned authorities to implement the recommendations adopted during a seminar on major public examination in school education, issues and challenges, held on May 24. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Association President L. Joy Kuman said the seminar adopted key recommendations including effective implementation of National Education Policy NAP 2020 and its rules and regulations across the state, ensuring at least 200 instructional days for students annually and conducting major school examinations during the last quarter of December or the first quarter of January. He stated that the recommendations have already been submitted to the Commissioner of Education, Director of Education Schools and other concerned government officials for necessary action.
Exam conducting authority oriba board amani council na masi tawdabra haibari tawraga leiba port ngakdari but makoina tawriyo porse masi effectively tawdaba na maram ora kanda ngasi akoin haiba exam ani sida masatopa exam amu udadana lakpani ana haiba sing se ningthina akoina piriba suggestion siga hana tawbirami ba sing siga ani se tuna yengbira kanda ngasai exam conducting authority oriba ani sina amuktang effectively masi yam sincerity amadi makoigi yamna thamoi shengbu ullakan exam to view authority oiba government su bieng sangbira kanda exam khudingi leiba wathok oiraba akoi examination ani se yamna fair oiba examination ama pangthokna bo hona badang asi akoina lojeriba recommendation se masina su macha khradi oine na khanjai adu ningthina mari len masina yengbira kanda recommendation sirigi lokhot pa khar lokhot pira kanda examination se masak to exam tan ohen view.
Aggrieved beneficiaries of National Food Security Act of Ketrigao Assembly Constituency allege irregularities in supply of rice grain for 2 months, alleging that 3-month worth of rice grain had already been lifted from warehouse. Beneficiaries staged in protest today at Kanglai Park Thangta Culture Association office, Lairenpa, demanding agents concerned to supply rice grain without further delay. Speaking to news persons on the sidelines, a beneficiary from from Nahabrup Makapat Wand Irom Sumati informed that beneficiaries had appealed to agents concerned to supply rice grain for the months of April, May and June. However, rice quota for May month were supplied to beneficiaries. She said that supply for April and June are yet to be given. Sumati informed that when aggrieved beneficiaries raised complaint to agents, they were told that previous agents had taken out the allocated rice grain for the said months. She went on to allege that when aggrieved beneficiaries sought intervention from Imphal East DC office, it was discovered that the current agents together with Assembly Constituency MLA had lifted rice grain for the 3 months of April, May and June with approval of the DC.
SDC da thigalu matamda chengje tha ahumgi enthokre haidana moina thaga pire khoi thingna jai adubu khoi parja gi khutadi cheng tha ama khaktang gi phangi DC na permit pidana chingtu haliba potse laibak thibani chengje yenba matamda ju card amada yaujari ba mi jing ju pidamana yambani ai isamaksu AY card pai moina kiji kunmari pi Masiju akoi isada angakpa maphawi asugam wana raba matam masida sumaina tawbi basidi akoi parjama oina akoi yamna nungaijate.
In a rare incident, police today arrested 3 individuals who had come to sell grenade components at a scrap shop in Imphal. The incident occurred around 8 a.m. today at a scrap shop owned by a non-local located at Chingamaka, Puramakong under Singjamay police station. 3 women traveling in a diesel auto rickshaw reportedly arrived at the shop carrying sacks containing metal items for sale. During inspection, shop workers discovered what appeared to be parts of several hand grenades inside the sack and immediately alerted the police. A police team rushed the spot and detained the 3 women for questioning. Police recovered that the suspected grenade shell parts weighing around 19 kilograms and 600 grams from the sack. Officials also called in a team from Manipur Forensic Science Laboratory to examine the recovered materials and determine their nature. Further investigation is underway. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on Chief Minister Yumnam Kim Chan flagging off 13 mobile medical units for hill districts. Keep watching Impact News.
I have Jenny Kurai. Megi tarik kuncha dagina zongi tarik kunipan phawbada BLO yumthong kutingi lakani. Makhoi na piramba enumeration form mention biraga BLO da sinabiyu. Enumeration form submit tawidrabadi voter list da ming yarok loy. Akupa marol gidama BLO da hangbiyu natraga 1950 da call tawiyu. I am in RU.
UNACO College and UNACO College of Paramedical Science Kongman. Admission open 2026 to 27. Free registration. Hurry! Limited seats available. Special discounts offer BA and BSc courses. 50% concession on admission fee for students securing below 75%. Free admission for students securing 75% and above. D Farm courses.
50% concession on admission fee for students securing 65% and above.
Offer valid from 1st June to 20th June 2026. For more details, +918-13197-3720 email at unacocollege@gmail.com or ucparamedical@yahoo.com.
Welcome back after the break. You are watching Primetime English Bulletin. Chief Minister Yumnam Kim Chan today flagged off 13 mobile medical units for hill districts under the PM Janman and Dharti Abha Janjatiya Utkars Abhiyan scheme. Directorate of Health Services organized the flagging off ceremony at its complex in Lumfield. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Minister expressed confidence that the mobile medical units would help provide essential healthcare services to people living in remote and hard-to-reach areas, reducing difficulties in accessing medical treatment. Health and Family Welfare Commissioner cum Secretary Suman Singh, Director of Health Services Dr. N. Hemant Kumar, Director of TA and Hills, Ranglamai Rang Peter, Director of Family Welfare Services Dr. N. Bino, National Health Mission Manipur State Mission Director Dr. M. Dinesh, Chief Medical Officers of various districts and other relevant officials were present at the event.
Manipur ki jaga si sing na 90% ni valley na 10% ni. So the maximum medical facilities healthcare medical facilities koi valley da leiba. Ada sing da leite haibanate. Ado sagi amna remote areas sing du di sagi treatment of lakpa kutong sadaba mayam do masigi भारत के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के आसान में मीटिंग सिना मसी खरदवसु मतंग पांगमंग मगनी हाबिगे थाजबदुनी.
Speaking on the occasion, Health and Family Welfare Commissioner Suman said Manipur is the second state in the northeast after Assam to implement the Mobile Health Unit program aimed at improving healthcare access in remote areas. Each unit will be staffed by a doctor, nurse and laboratory technician. The vehicles are equipped with essential medical equipment and testing facilities, enabling them to provide services similar to those available at primary health center. He said the mobile health units launched under a Government of India initiative will help deliver doorstep healthcare services to people living in remote and hard-to-reach hill areas of the state.
They are equipped with all essential drugs, equipments, microscope, testing facility, blood test, ECG, and they will go in the remote, far-flung, hilly areas, treat people at their doorstep. This is a very unique and important intervention. Manipur is the second state in northeastern region after Assam to have implemented this program. We are quite optimistic and motivated by this experiment being implemented with the funding and support of Government of India, and we hope that it will add significantly to our health facilities. I would like to mention that we have about 85 PSCs. Now we've got 16 mobile medical units, which are more than a sub-center. They are like a PHC only. We can say that about 19-20% more PHCs have been added in the health facilities infrastructure of the state today.
3 sons of Manipur have brought laurels to the state after being conferred 2 Veer Chakras and a Surya Chakra for the exceptional bravery and distinguished service to the nation. President Draupadi Murmu conferred the prestigious Gallantry Awards on the personnel at the Defense Investiture Ceremony 2026 Phase 1 held at Rashtrapati Bhavan in New Delhi last evening. Constable GD Late Deepak Chingakam of Yaripok Yambem Imphal East was awarded the Veer Chakra posthumously for his supreme sacrifice during Operation Sindur. The award was received by his parents Chingakam Bon Bihari and Chingakam Ibemhal. Richwan Malik, a squadron leader from Kaiku, Imphal East, was also awarded the Veer Chakra for displaying exceptional courage, unwavering resolve and selfless service during Operation Sindur, while Leshangtem Deepak of 11 Para Special Forces received the Surya Chakra for his extraordinary courage, leadership and selfless devotion to duty. Congratulating the awardees, Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchan described the honours as a proud moment for Manipur. He said the awards reflect the courage, professionalism and commitment of Manipur servicemen and reaffirm the state's legacy of producing brave defenders of the nation. The Chief Minister said the achievements of the 3 decorated personnel embody the highest traditions of service and will inspire future generations. One-day awareness cum training program on safe use of LPG cylinder was conducted today at Ngai Kong Kulen and Moirang in Bishnupur district. The program was organized under Gas Care, AGC, Manipur State, Chowkhat Mayon, VLF Ngai Kong Kulen held the awareness program at Ngai Kong Mamang Lekai Community Hall, while KYC Club and Kuman Moirang Mairapai organized a similar program at Moirang Kuman Mandop. Month-long tree plantation campaign in connection with World Environment Day kicks off today in Bishnupur district. The campaign under District Administration, Bishnupur Forest Division and SP Bishnupur jointly with Young Kwakta Organization, Indian Red Cross Society, IRCS Bishnupur District Branch and Chayata Foundation was launched by DC Pujai Langbam at Kwakta Maka Lekai, Maka Masjid campus. Volunteers planted saplings of several fruit-bearing trees. DC Puja also appealed to public to take collective responsibility to plant and protect trees. Now the sports news. Thao Thangmaiban advances to the final in the 5th MNCA Senior Women's One-Day Cricket Trophy. In the first semi-final match of the Cricket Trophy played today at Luang Pokpa Cricket Stadium, Thao Thangmaiban defeated AKSTO Kangabok by 118 runs in DLS method as the match was interrupted due to weather. Thao Thangmaiban's batter Kalpana Kasham was named player of the match. The second semi-final match will be played between PTCC Patsoi Part 3 and Shedo Thangmaiban tomorrow. Renowned MMA fighter Chungren Korin was accorded a warm welcome by Sai STC Kumalampak Infal Center in charge Maibam Ramani. Korin had trained in wrestling under coach Maibam Ramani during his early days at Sai STC Infal Kumalampak. Wishing him continued success, Ramani expressed hope that Korin would bring more laurels in the future. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. 14 Kuki individuals who had been held by Naga groups demanding the release of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants released unharmed. At least one person reportedly killed in fierce gunfight between armed groups along the IT road between Lasan Kuki village and Makwe Jalarong village this afternoon. President of Rongmei Naga Lubwan Manipur State, Chindin Liupanmai warns of agitation until whereabouts of 6 Naga men allegedly abducted by Kuki militants are established. Kokomi Women Wing condemns alleged use of force by security personnel against Tangkul women and student protesters at New Haven, Ukrod. Desa members staged protests over alleged Boston paper scam. At least 3 Desa members injured in scuffle between police and agitators. Chief Minister Yumnam Khemchand flags up 13 mobile medical units for hill districts under PM Janman and Dharti Abha Janjatiya Utkars Abhiyan schemes. And 3 sons of Manipur bring laurels to the state after being conferred 2 Veer Chakras and a Surya Chakra for the exceptional bravery and distinguished service to the nation. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Sri Sri Gorochandrai Namo. Purvashram da Kwagi Rekta Tinjarambi. Wahemgam Ningol Tokchom Ongbi Prabha Devi Nama.